What happened?
Well, we didn't go live this Friday because you and I went out on a lovely date. Went to Nacho Daddy. It was fantastic.
Shout out to Nacho.
Love Nacho Daddy. That place is so good. So yeah, we went out. So we decided to do like a 2-week break on the Friday night freestyles, and then coming up next weekend will be the last weekend of Sunday Seascapes for season 2, and then we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back and do season 3. All right, just gives my brain a little time to like not have to think about 3 paintings a week. There we go. Okay, we're literally just kind of dumping all that liquid clear that we're taking, or linseed oil, or whatever you have works. I used olive oil one time. Hello. We really need to get some sales so we can get a new easel, guys. This easel is just about had it and does not want to hold the canvases anymore. Which means we either need to like pick a certain size and just solely paint that size and really screw it together so it only fits one size and it can't be used anymore. But I use it so much. I'm changing sides and twisting, and I ended up just twisting too hard, so now this one just doesn't grip anymore. So we're gonna try to be careful today. Try to be careful. But yeah, if you want to support our store, my store, our store, you can go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com. All right, Paint with Josh, you're buying it from Etsy, so .etsy.com, that's where the transaction's going through. And we have all sorts of stuff in there. Prints for cheap, like $13 to $35 for the largest one. $13 for the smallest one. We have canvas prints for $50 to $70.
Yeah, but babe.
Yes, love.
What if like I'm
Hello.
What if
It's going.
What if like I'm nervous and I'm scared that like the canvas print's not going to be very good quality?
Oh, you guys, you have nothing to worry about. Look at this beauty. Does this look familiar to anyone? Does that look familiar? Like we sold it a couple weeks ago for Memorial Day. We got one of the canvas prints, and they are fantastic quality. Like, I think Michelle has one of the canvas prints. There's been a few that have been sold. But look at that, like serious deep wood frame on the inside, wrapped around, stapled. It even comes with a little clip to hang them with. And they show up in a nice tight box. Very professional looking, very good quality. I don't want it to be like too glary. How's the glare on it?
Perfect. There is
So we decided to feature it in the middle of the wall today. Had to change up the whole way the wall looks today. Just so we could show you the canvas print. Thanks for reminding me, babe.
You're welcome.
I would have forgotten. It's Sunday. I woke up extra early, went out, got London a coffee. And she's enjoying. Are you enjoying your coffee, hon? Sometimes they don't make them the same, though, you say. Like, depends on who the person is or how much. Because at Coffee Bean, I guess they don't measure their servings of milk or what, so you just get a different coffee every time you go. It's like a lottery. Am I going to get a good coffee today or not?
Am I going to get 1 week made by like a
Right.
toddler?
I always say the same when I go like to Taco Bell and I ask for extra sauce. You never know who you're going to get. Like, what is extra sauce to some people? You know what I mean?
The average humor.
And this thing, we're going to have to retighten this before we start, guys. So don't leave. We're going to zoom in, get nice and close. But we really got to figure out this easel situation. So go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com and help me get a new easel, guys. Anything you guys buy goes towards buying new camera equipment, new easels, new canvases, new brushes. All the things we need to bring you free videos.
You know what's really funny? I just logged on to your Facebook page. The computer's giving me a hard time.
Oh, no.
And so I logged into the Facebook page, and as soon as I log in, it says your story, and there's some chick in a bikini.
Who's this girl in a bikini?
But it's okay, I figured it out.
Oh, yeah, those are the brand new Memorial Day bikinis. We took this painting right here and printed it onto bikinis and one pieces and kids one pieces.
Fire.
Little baby one pieces, but yeah, they look fantastic. And Michelle, what's her? I think her last name, Cooper. Michelle Cooper already bought one. So we already have one going to Washington. One of these bikinis for the summer. And what a better way to rock your summer than with first with an American flag, and secondly, it's Paint with Josh American flag. Best way to rock out with your summer, and no one It's very exclusive, you know what I mean? No one's gonna go just find that in the store and buy it. So, paintwithjosh.etsy.com. Support the store. Help us get some more new stuff, guys. We desperately need a new easel. Otherwise, the videos will not look very good. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna take a paper towel, we're gonna fold it over and just wipe off the excess that we have, right? Scrub it in. You don't have to push real hard, but you don't wanna really have a lot. And then we're gonna check the glare and then we're gonna zoom in. Zip. So what are you guys up to today? Where are you watching from? Is this the first time you're watching a Paint with Josh video? I promise it's going to get better from this. But what time is it where you are? What's your favorite sandwich? Let us know in the comments. And I always try to go back and respond to as many as we can, especially the ones that are sent with stars. If you send a comment with stars, guaranteed I'm going to go respond to you. And then I try to literally get to as many as I can, guys. But of course, we can't get to all of them. Can't get to all of them. What were you saying now, babe? We need to get more paint.
I said Marcy Schneider sent 100 stars.
Marcy, thank you for those stars. We were just talking about stars.
But yeah, we could be all going to a July 4th party where they require some sort of patriotic outfit.
Right.
And your understanding when you look in your closet is, I have this poo t-shirt that I bought from Walmart.
Like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that says
Right.
something dumb on it, like, good to be American. And you're wearing that to a party full of other Americans. Like,
Right.
you know, you need something a bit more exciting.
Get something exciting and exclusive. No one else is going to have
right?
that where you
You're
live.
not going to show up at a party in the same American flag beach scene bikini as someone else. That's not happening.
Unless you're in like Ohio where we have like a lot of fans in Ohio. But no one in Ohio's bought one yet, so you could be the first. We just literally put them out yesterday. While we were London was getting her nails done and I was sitting at the nail salon looking through different things that we could print on. And it's like it's not super quiet, but no one's really talking. There is chatter, but there's no one's really talking. And I'm like, babe, look, bikinis. We could do bikinis. Like how great of an idea for an American flag bikini. It's awesome. Okay. Let's wash that brush now. That's why I got the paint thinner out so we can wash the brush. Into the can, into the trash can, into the bucket. Get it nice and dry.
Gina said, you just talked me into buying, I believe, a tank top.
Nice, yeah. We've sold a few tank tops to Georgia. I can't remember. But yeah, we have a tank top, and the tank top says America the Beautiful. It doesn't have to say that if you don't want. Just tell me when you buy it. Send me a message. Say, hey, can you take that off? And it's very easily removed before they start to print it. Once it starts going into production, though, you can't change it.
What is that? What's that sentence from them? It's either Cool Runnings or Coming to America. He's like, I knew to America. Like, if you want something else, it's much easier.
And I made little kids' hoodies that you could customize and put like Munchkin or whatever, your nickname is for your kid on the back. I thought those were really cool. Little kids' hoodies as we start going back to school after this deathly hot summer ends. Okay, let's get started. How many people we got watching, babe?
33 on Facebook.
Nice.
YouTube,
I really need new brushes, guys. I need new everything. So support the store, and that's the last time I'm going to say it. We're going to go into our Phthalo green. We're going to do this trippy kind of greenish blue sky with the waves. It's going to be like the Galactic Seascape episode 9 that sold so fast that we had to redo another one. Okay, so let's just decide where we want our green to be, and then as soon as I put these base colors down, we're going to zoom in, okay? So let's say the green lives over here. You have to remember, whatever you do in the sky, you want to reflect down into your water as well. Or at least have the colors be opposite or crisscross. At least that's how I like to do it. And if you're here watching Paint with Josh, you like to do it that way too. Or at least like to do it like I'd like to do
Jonathan Eadley said he's unable to purchase anything that celebrates American summer because it isn't summer where he is.
Oh, where he is? Yeah. You know what's so cool? Jonathan sends us videos almost every morning of him going out. He's a lobster fisherman. So he goes out.
No, that's wrong, babe.
No, that's what he does.
No, stop. Listen to what you said. You said lobster fisherman.
He's a lobsterman.
Yeah, I was gonna say he can't be a fisherman, otherwise he'd catch fish.
Yeah, it's true. What is your actual job title, John? Like, you know, deckhand, first mate. Like, what's your actual job title? Okay, you can see this whole big green thing down to about here. This big arc.
He's a lobster holster.
We could do that arc on this side as well, or we could fill it with blue, right? So let's decide. Let's fill this area with blue, and then down here we're gonna do. Maybe we'll continue on. If you think about where your ocean and your sky live, right? If that's the sky, then my ocean might be down here. So let's put some green down in here. And then when we paint with our white paint, all these colors are gonna show up. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, he's a deckhand.
Deckhand, there we go. On a lobster boat.
He's a lobster holster.
Let me see the glare on the.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this one, the YouTube camera needs to be moved. Let's see, or at least we need to adjust the. We need to adjust the. Whoop! Don't want to go in there. There we go.
Maybe they would. Maybe that would they could.
They could look through the phone at the canvas.
It would actually be that of infinity. You would actually create an infinity.
How's that? Is that better? Let's see. Yeah, right. It'd just be going on and forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, because you'd be watching YouTube through Facebook, and those watching YouTube would be up to some Facebook being played through YouTube.
Right. It's very wavy. We're gonna have to put those little clips in to stretch it back out. Okay, let's see. At least the glare's not so bad. I think we get it from the light from the windows too, and the windows are shut. It's the funny thing. Okay, a little bit of our phthalo blue. I'm gonna pull that down. Get a bunch of it up here on our brush. It totally changes the color of the brush. We're gonna zoom in as soon as we finish these under layer, base coat, whatever we call them, things. Okay, a little bit of blue. Wherever there's not green, that's where we're gonna put blue. So down in here. Right, leaving a little area though. This strip right here is all still black, so we're gonna put our green there. But while we're in our blue color, let's go fill up all this bit. Look at the easel just shaking. Shaking like crazy. We need to put some sandbags on this sucker. Like, this is what I mean. I beat this thing up so bad that we definitely need a new one. So, paintwithjosh.etsy.com. I know I said I was only gonna say it one more time, but I'm serious. We need a new easel, guys. Otherwise the canvas is gonna fall out, and now that I'm actually holding this, I won't even be able to catch it, which would be funny. Okay, a little bit more blue, and then we're gonna zoom in. Right over here, up in the top corner, just in case we get any clouds or some sort of something blending in right there. And then the last bit, we have to switch back to our phthalo green. And maybe even a little bit of our sap green too. Why not? Phthalo green, sap green, right in here.
Jonathan says, in Canada, our government wants to be politically correct and not offend anyone, so we're called fisher folk.
Fisher folk. I like that. That's kind of cool. Well, it's like they used to, like the longshoremen on, they go out and do the swordfish, I think.
You know what's hilarious to me, which I've never understood? We are so quick to apply gender-related titles to jobs. Except the one job that has included both genders since the beginning of time.
What's that?
Doctor. Same with the word actor. Right? There's another word for actor. You could call them an actress.
Right.
But for a doctor can be man or woman.
Yeah, true. Same.
There's no
it's
not like doctor or doctress.
Right. Well, like artist too. Artist.
Right. Same thing. Yeah. It's just a totally, But I've never thought of fishermen as just men. So it's hilarious to me that the government's like, no, that word dictates that it's men.
Right, yeah.
And there are women that fish. Well, of course there are. There always has been.
Right.
It's not a new thing.
Even back hunter-gatherer days, there were some strong women that had to go fish because their husband was a weakling.
Oh yeah, Moose just said officer, cop. Same thing.
Yeah, true.
Same thing with teacher.
Detective.
Yeah,
Olivia Benson.
Well,
okay.
She's the best one.
All right, now we've got our base colors down. Let's go zoom in. Let's see what it looks like.
Mechanic. All right, Moose, just sit down.
Moosey Moose. Here we go. Zooming in on YouTube. Man, YouTube zooms in so fast.
It's just funny to me
It's
that
like
we apply
instant zoom.
some
There we
things
go.
that people think are
Ready
relative.
for a ride, Facebook.
Whee!
Gonna rotate very slowly. All right, that's not too bad right there. Not too dang bad. Like the almost full screen. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Remember to send in the stars, guys. Those stars goes towards helping us get more stuff. More stuff to bring you free videos, more canvases, more gloves, more paper towels, more everything.
Marcy Schneider is in Israel. It is 8:15 p.m. there.
Excellent. Israel.
Moose, there are no female janitors.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sure there are.
That was clearly a joke.
Let's see.
John Warren is here. Good
All right.
morning.
We've got our base layers down, and now what we're going to do is attempt to create some clouds with a wicked little shape.
Are you going to close your eyes again?
I want to, but in the video for tomorrow, which is down here out of camera, look at this skull. Eyes, nose hole, right? It looks so cool that I was like, I'm going to try to recreate that, but if I try to do it, it's never going to come out the same. All right, so let's pull down a little bit of white onto our fan brush. Like I said, we're just mainly going to paint with white paint. We'll get to our mountains and we'll start using a little bit of these darker colors here just to make the mountains or whatever we do. And then when we start to make the shape, but it's mainly just white. So pull it down. You want to get all of it off of the thing. You don't need a whole lot, right? It doesn't need to be super grippy on there. Just a very thin amount. Just enough so you don't have any stragglers, right? Nice knife-like edge. And then we'll just take it. We could close our eyes again. It was fun. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. No. We'll just do it. We'll just do it. Let's just start going like this, right? I just love having this motion. Almost like a figure eight. And then once we go, we start to kind of backwards or forwards or half and then twist and then, right? Because it doesn't matter what it is. First, let's create our little moon shape, right? And come up here. Just like that, kind of off in a little X pattern, just so you can drag something away, right? Just like that. And take our little brush, 1-inch brush, start to make it soft and pull it out in each direction. You get this cool little X shape up there that kind of creates either clouds or whatever it is.
Michelle, I'm not sure in relative size to how small your 10-year-old is or big 10-year-old to my 10-year-old, but I would, if I was going to buy my daughter the unisex shirt that's in Josh's store, I would actually buy it in a medium. And
Do they run a little small?
I have no idea, but I would do that versus buying a small and it not fit her in 6 months because she's 10.
Well, I think it should come with a sizing chart as the last photo in the line of photos. It'll be, you know, if your kid is this tall and weighs this much, it'll be like that. I think that's how we got them for baby.
But she's referencing the unisex shirt. The children's shirt only goes up to a size 7.
Right, yeah.
So she's saying that's medium or a large for a child.
Small or medium, I would think, because they're made for adults.
Right.
All right, we're going to put our moon, we're going to flatten it out, and then we're going to rotate around, not trying to really move the brush, and keeping that perfect kind of circular shape as we spread it around. Just like that. Boom. Got this wicked little moon casting off these shadows onto the clouds behind it, right?
Hey,
now we can really get crazy. Yeah, baby?
That's a cool shirt. Where'd you get that shirt from?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, can they even see it in the camera? This one is in my shop. It's like my on-camera creator shirt, right? Like I wear it when we go to event. I wear it everywhere. If we're gonna be honest, we go to the gym, we go to the grocery store, we go everywhere. It's like my little billboard, and it's gigantic and it's lovely. Just all over print, kind of jersey material. It's very light, and they're awesome. And you can get these in my store, paintandjosh.etsy.com. You can get the same kind of big logo with the brand ambassador bit at the bottom, or without it. I have a differences in color one. We have long sleeve differences in color shirts. Paint with Josh leggings. London and Bailey got a pair of the leggings. How are those leggings, babe?
Fire. The leggings are fire.
All right, we're gonna make like a big cursive word. Let's say the first person to write like a 7-letter word, not a nice word now. Well, that's the word that we're gonna use. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clean off this brush. Comment the first 7-letter word that you know that's a nice word.
Roberta.
Roberta? Okay, that's it.
Nobody wrote that. I said that.
Is that it's
But
if
it's a good 7-letter
yeah, if it's 7 letters, that's fine. Okay, here we go. We're gonna write Roberta in cursive, very sloppily and quickly, right? Just bam, just like that. That's our cloud. It looks like it says Olaf. doesn't it? It looks like it says Olaf from Frozen. That's fantastic. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Just a little bit of mixing.
I wasn't sure if it said Olaf or that face moisturizer.
Olay. Look, just a little bit of mixing allows all the blue and greens to show up wherever we've had our blue and green underpainting, right? And that's it, just from writing Olaf in the sky.
We wrote Roberta.
We did. Okay, now let's add a little bit of brightness to those because they're not super bright. So I'm going to wipe off the brush. I didn't get all the blue to come off, but a lot of it came off.
Hey, babe.
Go back with some white. Yeah, honey.
What would somebody do if they didn't have a black canvas and they wanted to paint with you or paint this video?
So you could get black canvases on my Amazon affiliate store where we do make a few pennies every time you buy something, which is amazon.com/shop/paintwithjosh. Or if you had, you could buy black gesso from there and cover your white canvas and let it dry. It only takes like 15-20 minutes to dry. And then you'd have a black canvas ready to go. And then as long as you have your liquid clear or linseed oil and a couple thick oil paints, you'll be ready. Right? Let's add a couple little bright areas to these clouds. Just around, just so they stand out, right? Maybe the top of that one would be a little bit more high lit. Maybe this guy along the edge or over here. Maybe along the top. Maybe it continues on into this giant thing that kind of goes off the edge of the canvas. But look, we're leaving gaps. Leaving gaps of dark in between our colors. Now we're going to start over here, and we're going to be very light, because we don't want it to really go away. And just be very soft, very messy. Just like that. Let it blend down. Leave those differences in color where it's light and dark and blending this. Maybe take this guy, go up a little bit. There we go. Right? Just get it until you like the way that it looks. If it's too much of a straight line right there, drag some of the color over. Or take this guy and pull him out. Right? Just change it however you see fit. Whatever's going to make yours look the best is obviously how I'm going to tell you to do it. Right? Everybody can't just copy mine 100% exactly. It's never going to be 100% the same, right, babe? The same, me and you do this. How much paint did I get? How much paint did you get? We never know.
I don't know. I do think it's hilarious, though, that Roberta Harris's avatar actually looks like her.
Like her, right. I can't get mine to look like me.
No, neither can I. It's like the challenge of the century.
I look like a mix between...
member of BTS.
Yeah, BTS and Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. It's just trash.
A little bit of light down
there. Like, just facial expression, it's just magical.
Right. Just a little bit extra in different places is all you need, right? Little bits, little differences. Maybe there's a little bit of light that got down back behind that cloud, way off in the distance, right? All depends on what we want it to look like. And if we can get this guy just real light, maybe he could look like he was way off back there. And that would be the top of it. And who knows how far we come down? You know what I mean? Do we leave the mountains out of this one and just do water? Do we bring them down here very soft?
Yes.
Very small ones off in the... Oh, actually, we're supposed to be... we're supposed to be doing a one that's funny. But it's okay. It's still going to work out exactly the same. The one that sold to Julie so fast, that with the little tiny palm tree over here, the little one that was like this big, and it had the wave, but it was red. These would just be different colors. I had that idea. I was like, hey, I'll do that, and then it'll be easy. And then I come up here and I just start making it up like we always do, and that's funny. So we'll do a version of that, but London says no mountains.
No mountains.
No mountains. So we'll do like we'll have these far off clouds way back there, right? Maybe we got to make those a little bit more noticeable. If we're not going to have any mountains, we're going to have to bring those off down by the horizon and give them the illusion of distance way off, right? You can swipe them over way back there, just so they're soft. And you're like, Josh, how come when you do that, it looks like that? And when I do it, everything bunches up all together and I can't get it to look like this. You either don't have enough liquid clear, right? If you're doing it on a dry canvas, it's definitely not going to work. Definitely not. So you got to have the right materials, right? When I first started London, we went and got some cheap stuff and it worked okay. And I was like, I really want to try the proper stuff, like the stuff that I was watching Bob Ross. So the stuff he was using, I was like, in my mind, if I want the same result, that's the stuff I got to be using. I'm still sort of in that that ballpark. Like you could give us anything and we could do anything, right? But if we're using the stuff that we practice the most, it's going to come out the best. So if you want to paint like Paint with Josh, you got to go to my Amazon store and get all the stuff that I use. And that way, yours will come out the same texture, the same thickness, the same way.
Babe.
Yes, love. What's that?
I didn't make any noise.
What happened?
I was trying to do something cool.
Oh. Let's decide where our water's going to be back there, but we got to leave it kind of dark because we're going to have a little bit of rock with the palm tree. So let's fill in over here instead. Let's start in the middle, right below the cloud, that little bit of darkness. Right below. You can see how reflective that and how wet the canvas is. Okay, you know what? We'll do it like this, actually.
This one.
What?
It still didn't make any noise.
What's the noise supposed to be?
Well, you were supposed to hear the noise and then know what I was doing, but hold on, don't say.
Okay. In the meantime, we're just going to take our white and straight across, as long as we can get it straight. Just like that. We got our far off bit ocean. Love how the beam in the center caused that to happen. And now someone will come back and say, oh, your horizon's not straight. Like, yeah, well, the beam, it was straight till the beam got me. Just making this very soft in the back. We don't need it very thick in texture. We need it to be very soft. Very soft. Maybe there's a swell out there. It looks swell. Now we've had to raise our whole horizon up just the littlest bit with the straightest lines as we could possibly do because the beam in the middle got to us. I think we can't make that a little bit less bright by pulling it away. There we go. It still looks like a hump there, doesn't it, babe?
No.
Or is it just my
It's
imagination?
just you.
There we go. It's only this side that needs to be straight anyway. Bam. Now we can go back and take our attention away from that. Okay. Let's grab our not liquid white, our titanium white. Same thing, just same old pile. I know the brush is getting dirty, right? And the color is changing. You can all of a sudden see that it's not white anymore. But we're going to be going, we keep pulling from the white just a little bit, gathering up the colors. And then we'll decide if our crashing wave is going to be right here. Maybe the brightness on the water back here is a little bit brighter. You see how I left that dark line? We don't have to connect them. Maybe they come up and connect at a certain point, and then they drop down, and there's a little bit of darkness. And then you go over here, and it's so easy to just cover your whole canvas in color, because it starts looking so great. And you're like, oh man. Right over here, we're not pushing as hard, trying not to drop as much paint, because it's darker across this side, right? And all of a sudden we have a very turbulent looking ocean back there. I'm gonna try to get some of this paint off of this brush.
This, babe.
What's up, hon?
Hold on.
Oh! That I keep forgetting. We gotta do
All I was trying to do was make the noise.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
And I thought by going into the app I could make the noise, but it didn't. So
Oh,
I
no.
search for the sound.
That's funny. Yeah, so guys, we found an app that has a little spin wheel. So one of these days we're gonna take
One of these days, I'm telling you guys, he needs a consistent notebook. Like if anybody has free time to just follow Josh around and all the things that I say, you could just write down. That would be life-changing.
That would be.
We talked about doing it during season 3, babe.
Oh! Season. Am I still wearing my sunglasses?
Yeah, babe.
Oh, well, let's put them on. It's so bright in here, guys. I can't believe it.
my stunning
Glasses to paint. Mm-mm. Okay, let's do.
Spin wheel.
The spin wheel thing is going to be so cool. Very light little touches in here, just to. You don't see like when it starts. You start to have to push too hard. Go back, get a little bit more. Make that knife-like edge. We can make these really soft, small little details. Okay, again, we don't want to come too close. Hey, that sounded like me.
That was your.
That sounded like a me. I'm a Mario. There we go. Cool. Now, we're getting into that blue section, right? And I really want this wave to have this very bright blue front, and we're going to come up massive with this wave too. I did another wave that's coming out on Wednesday for the Wednesday video. I can't paint with these on. I could, but I don't want to. I seem like a fool. It's coming out for the Wednesday video, which is Sandy Shores, the one that Michelle Rose bought from last Sunday. That's going to come out Wednesday, really zooming in on details back and forth. 2 different camera angles, both on the screen at the same time, so you can see what the brush does. Normally we come up here and you can't see behind my hand, or we're like this and you can't see. We've got another camera from the side showing you exactly what the brush does when it touches. So, Wednesday, brand new video. It's going to be fantastic. I love this. It's almost like a giant UFO. Oh man, you know what? We haven't done a UFO in a long time.
You're just gonna put one like it's just barely there in the background.
Yeah, like just the. See how it's already got that like natural arc that we already painted, and then once we soften it, it should stand out as this thing off in the. You see that arc? And everyone's like, "You paint some more UFOs soon, man, or I'm gonna stop watching." Look at that. And then we'll put a little bit of dark shadow underneath it and really have it look like a UFO. A very simple one, far off, very, very effective. Let's put a little bit of blue on our brush, a little bit of black, just so we can block out any bit of color that we don't want to see. Yes, my love. Oh, what is that? Is that a painting?
Yeah.
By who? That's awesome.
It's a kangaroo.
Kangaroo painting.
By him Bosmans.
That is
Who
wicked.
just happened to send you 100 stars as well.
Hey, nice kangaroo painting. And thank you for the stars. That's awesome. That was a great paint. Look at that little bit of darkness under
Michelle, no.
What? What is she saying?
We can't tell that story.
Oh, about the thing?
About the, it's
Oh, we could. We can. So, yeah, what I always tell you guys all the time, right? You have to get in. If you want one of the paintings, you got to get in and get it. And we had an issue where one of the paintings was listed and it was bought so fast I couldn't even get it on the sale, right? I couldn't even list it so fast. It was just gone. I was like, holy cow. And, you know, the person was a brand new fan. I was like, sweet, you know, I'm super nice. I'm trying to be as receptive as possible, you know, brand new person, brand new client. So trying to be super nice and everything. And I said, okay, we'll refund the money. I'll put it on sale. I'll send you the link. And then you buy it, right? So I did that. I send it over. And then 2 minutes goes by and my phone goes ching. I'm like, oh, cool. The person bought that painting. And I look and it's a different person. And I'm like, oh, no. Because obviously more than one person is watching the show from today, right? So if this one goes on sale and you really want it, you got to be fast because someone came in and nabbed it up in the meantime while the other person was trying. I don't even know what was going on. They had gone to the bathroom. I'd have been getting a drink. It happened so fast, and I was so I was upset. The
funny thing was we just totally thought it was the original buyer.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that guy, there it is. He got it.
Didn't even think twice, and then I think it was me. I was looking on the thing, and I was like, oh, Michelle Rose.
Yeah, and it was another person had bought it, and so I always say, you know, I'm dead serious. If you want it, someone else probably is watching that wants it too. So you got to get in there and get it fast. Or you got to buy it before we even list it in like a bidding war or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to change this little bit of... Take a little bit of dark and just blend that side, right? Because so we have a light side and a shadowy side, but the light is still... See, ooh, perfection. Perfection.
Yeah, on original paintings, it's a different story. I mean, she did claim it during the live.
Oh, did she say so? Well, what was funny, so, you know, it was like, what do I do? Do I go to the second person that bought it? Because they have no idea the journey that the painting has been on. They see it in the store, they think they're the first person, and they buy it, right? So now, I can't go to that person and be like, well, it was actually...
It was sold, but then it was refunded, so it wasn't actually purchased. It was just told to us that they wanted it.
But it's like, you know, and then...
You can't have it. Even though it was legitimately on sale and capable for you to purchase, you can't have it.
Yeah, like it was there for you to buy because you don't know the backstory, right? And that person might have said, okay, no worries, like I totally get it. Or they might have said, tough cookies, like
Right,
it's
because
mine. It was there
before
for me to
should
get.
have
You know what I
not
mean?
refunded their money.
So it was a crazy situation, and we lost that customer, and it decided, understandably so. But I couldn't disappoint two people, right? It was a choice between having one person mad or having two people mad, and two people mad is worse than one person mad to me. So
we did the right thing, and that individual purchased numerous items.
Wow, look at that.
From Josh's store.
Yeah, that
refunded
it
all
was,
of the purchases.
He was a great new client, right? Like four things, and I was like, oh, it's gonna kill me. But okay, here, should we do?
And
No, it's so man.
Just leave it the way it is, baby.
It looks like it's like mist, or it's coming. It's leaving its own cloud. It's fire. Okay.
Do not put anything else on it.
But yeah, I didn't want to upset two people, and it was a weird situation. So if you want one and you see it, you got to be quick. And if it sells right.
No, Michelle, do not apologize.
Oh yeah, no, it was there for you to buy. It's not your problem.
No.
It's not at all. And that person came back and we talked, and he ended up buying a couple more paintings. So everything is all good.
Yeah,
But the point is, don't leave it. Don't wait. Don't wait, because you never know.
Gina said I wanted that painting also. I was watching for it but missed it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it was fun because it sold before I even had a chance to put it on Facebook or put it out to anybody.
The listing went in the Etsy store. It wasn't added to the sale because it didn't have time.
Yeah.
It literally went active before Josh goes, including, current sale.
Yeah, add to 50% off sale.
So it went active at full price, and then before the notification, because if you follow the store, it will tell you when Josh posts a new listing. Babe, I said leave it alone.
I'm going to. There was just just want to add this little bit of color.
And so it never, it never really made it out into the public because it was already purchased. Okay, babe, that's enough.
That's it. I'm done. Yeah. There. Very soft.
Just like that. Nothing else in the painting.
Hey! We have to do the little wave. Here, I'll make it even go away a little bit more, so it's not so noticeable. There we go. Just very soft. Okay, now we got to come up with our wave. So let's decide over here, and then we're going to have this little palm tree off the side too. And then we'll go up. So we have to imagine, right? I see this a lot when we're doing waves. And I showed London too. The crashing wave is here, and it's too curled over like my hand is, right? It's too much falling onto itself with no kind of extension towards us. And then also the backing, like the water kind of flowing up and then flowing over, is almost too straight up. You want to keep it very flat. So just based on how this line is back here and how this line is right here, almost looks like a couple oncoming waves. So if we added our line as it came up and gave ourselves room, remember to kind of add backwards, we have to decide our wave's going to crash right over here. So do we do the mountain, the little bit of rock with the tree first, or no rock with it? Let's do the wave. Okay, we're going to come up, right? In our minds, we're dragging along the side, and then we're starting to come up into our horizon, and then it's going to peak over. So let's grab a dark area for it to start its peak. And you can see the fan brush is sort of made in the shape of a wave anyway, right? So we can pull down, pull down, pull down, pull down, pull down. Look at it mix in with all those other colors back there, right? It's fantastic. Okay, that's not the full thing, right? That's not it. We have to add that shadowy bit and fill it down in at the correct angle. If it's straight down or kind of like an L shape, it doesn't work. It's got to be this upflowing down, kind of flat. Everything is kind of flat. It's always flatter than what it looks like. To me, anyway. When I'm doing them, like the one I did on Wednesday, it's not my best wave ever. You know what I mean? It was like the angle. So it's always a challenge, and it makes it different. I guess.
That's the funniest things, right? Like when people tune in to what you paint, what you're able to put on canvas. There's a big variety, right, between realism,
right,
and what could be real, right? Like what could actually happen.
True.
Right? So when you paint realism, you look at the painting and you go, is that a photo? Like that looks so real it's difficult to believe that somebody painted it with paints or charcoal brushes or whatever.
Right.
On the other side, you have the could that be real? Which means that there can be an element of distortion, misproportion.
Right.
You can have all these different things in a painting because you're creating a snapshot of a scene that came out of your brain. Because you're not a realism painter.
True.
So to turn around and be like, oh, well, a wave wouldn't look like that or couldn't do that, that's a totally inaccurate statement because water is an uncontrollable vessel.
Right.
So it can do that a million times.
Oh,
Over
yeah.
and over again.
Yeah, there was a fan, I forget the person's name now, but they sent me this thing from a weird Earth photos. Mm-hmm. It was literally, there was like the beach was over here. Like 15 waves, exactly the same break. They were like just like it almost looked like little tiles, and it was a real place. It was crazy.
But that's the point that I'm trying to say. You know, if you there's some photos out there where people are in boats, but the water is so clear it doesn't look like a lake.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like a boat in a dry bed.
Or those rocks that are so beautiful underneath the water. It's like there's not even water above it.
But if you painted that, people would go, oh, well, there's no water in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but there's no movement. It doesn't demonstrate. Well, nor does this photo. So you have to have an element of awe in the artistic creativity because you're not a realism painter.
Right.
You know, if you came back, if this was Sunday Seascapes and you came in this morning and you said, so on Saturday, we went to Huntington Beach and I'm going to replicate what I saw at Huntington Beach.
Right.
Most of us would laugh.
Yeah, I that's not what I do.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If that's how you address this painting, you're addressing it as this is what's falling out of my brain.
Yeah, this is, you can go there and see this. You know what I mean? Like, this is Huntington Beach, exactly to the point. All right, let's create this little bit. We're going to come back, pull down, and start to shape our wave this way.
The other beautiful aspect, especially of water, is, let's say this happens. This scene happens somewhere in the world.
Right.
If you weren't there at that time, that scene didn't happen to you.
Yeah.
If you were not sitting on the beach when that UFO pulled up and this wave crashed into this rock, that scene could never have been seen by you.
Right. Yeah, it's like a snapshot in time.
Right. A lot like the Mona Lisa. Right? That was an individual's idealism of beauty.
Yeah.
There are millions of women that look nothing like Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa really wasn't the prettiest woman.
Right.
Like, you know, as a model, I think she was like, you know, Instagram model. You know what I mean? Like,
take down Instagram.
Like Da Vinci was like, is there any models? And she was like, yeah, I'm a model. Okay, look at that. You got the water flowing up, big old crashing monster wave right here. Remember, these angles are important. We got to lead it back to that darkness, but not too much on a vertical, right? This one looks like it's coming down and then it's going to crash over. And we want to have the same sort of thing, almost like a ridge with our mountain, right? So over here, our wave's going to come down very steep because this one is very shallow here, right? As it goes back.
Michelle
and then over here, as it's very steep, we need to be very flat. I know it doesn't make any sense, but just trust me. I was watching my video back the other day as editing this one for Wednesday, and I'm like, oh, epiphany. Here we go. Go ahead, honey.
Michelle Rose says, I was waiting for what seemed like a long time in the bathtub. Water was getting cold for it to be listed in your store. Magda Cott says, when you paint Red Mars.
When am I going to paint a red Mars? That would be a cool painting.
I'm not sure. They may be referencing the painting right above your head.
Oh, right here? I'm not
sure though. But
yeah.
You can't see it now that we've zoomed in,
so okay.
I'm a bit confused either way.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, doing a spacey Mars type painting would be very cool. I try to paint what I think everyone is going to like. So, you know, I do my spacey scenes every so often, and then we'll do our different things.
This is the first time a UFO has made it into a seascape this season.
Definitely this season, yeah. I like how we get flatter and flatter as we're pulling, right? So it's almost like we come up and then go back. Up, back. And then over here, it's a little bit flatter and flatter and flatter. And this becomes more flat and long as well. So look at the water coming through. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. It looks like the literal moon has come through the bit of wave right here. Good heavens me. There we go. That's really neat. But you can see what it is. It's like it comes up, rolls over, and then here, these ones have to be long. They gotta be long over here. Holding these guys back, make them nice and flat and soft. Not trying to cover up all the dark, just trying to make them soft. Leading them back to that next little bit of wave that's gonna crash on top of it. Right? Don't all have to be the same either. That dark hole that we missed right there, leave it, doesn't have to be there. Doesn't have to be the same. There we go. Now it's tight up here, right? And it's way down here. It's extended way down here. And it's going to look a lot better. I'm always trying to make it easier for you guys. And I go, how explaining it, the arc, and then over here, how much further we have to drag. So our water line will still be here, but our wave starts way back here versus way up here. You see what I mean? Do you see what I'm trying to do? Okay, now we need to highlight all of our shadow and spray. So let's get a little bit of our liquid white, put it into our titanium white, a little bit more. I want to kind of have it be liquidy. We want it to stay on there nice and easily.
Gina says she's very impressed you can do waves from both sides. Me too, Gina.
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again.
You're tune in to episode 11. We do another wave to the left.
Another thing. But there are tutorialists out there that paint the exact same wave. I'm thinking of a very, very famous person who every time I see a wave, it is exactly the same. But yeah, I try to make mine different. I try to make them different angles, different sides, different crashing, different spray.
Just for reference, Gianna Crossan would like Mars.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So, sometime in the near future, Josh will paint a wicked, cool sky with a Mars bar in it.
With a Mars bar. I like that, kid. Look at that. Look at how the water is just moving as we twist the brush, kind of letting it bounce out, doing whatever we can do to get this cool look to it. You can come away from the shadow, do all sorts of things, because we're going to come back to it with that same brush that we've been using, and just ever so lightly give it a couple. Not everywhere though, right? Not trying to do all of them. And down here, we're definitely going to need like a stone that it's crashing into, right? Just like that. Look at all that water just from little dabs at it, right? Kind of taking the bottom half, letting it blend in with that shadowy bit underneath. Ooh, look at it, guys. Look at it grow down. Don't want to cover up too much though. That is a cool bit of wave right there. That is a cool bit of wave. Now take some of that same liquid white with that white here. Kind of highlight the top. Pull down slightest bit. Go back, get more. All we need is a couple little highlight bits. And our wave angle has to be right. Otherwise it's not going to look right. Okay, now we've decided our wave is hit down here. So our water is going to slide up and roll over, right? Like that. There goes our wave. Almost like we're looking down the tunnel of it, the center. As we get over here, we're going to follow our previously determined angles and not try to get too crazy. And we bring our water out here. Right? As we go up, it's weird because I'm used to doing it this way with this motion, and it's opposite. So we're going to have to use the other side of the brush. We start to climb up, just getting little bits into the color of that eye. Look at that. Right? Turn them up, turn them up. Now these guys are starting to become more flat. You want them to pick up with those pits that we had over here. So we throw them back. And this is just a foam. It doesn't need to be, 100% perfect or anything, really. Have to throw them up in there, wham, wham, wham. Yeah, just like that. London left. She left me.
Playing with my cat next door.
Oh, playing with the cat. There we go. A little bit of our beachy color, right? Little liquid white, little titanium white. when we come in, just add it into our water line like that. Go back and get our 2-inch brush that we haven't used in forever, and just pull this straight down. Very lightly when we get close to our wave. And then we want to start to pull it back towards the wave. Feed these guys up. Feed them up into that with the same sort of swipes, the same angles, meeting them in the same direction. Just like that, we got our curling water with our little splashy beach over here. And the UFO in the back. Fan-friggin-tastic, you guys. Fantastic. Babe, you should pick Trini up and come in here. Yeah, I know, she doesn't like that. Little bit of jaggedy water line, right? Little bit. Smallest thing, so make sure it's tight on your brush. Right? If you have to push too hard, it's not going to be right. It's not going to look good. So, over here, make it nice and soft. Doesn't even have to connect. Right? Now we have that bit of light on top of the shadow, on top of the next bit of wave, as it's coming and crashing all the color back in here. It's just lighting up, kind of creating this bit of mystery. We can even add more spray right in there, right? Kind of get rid of that bit of wave, add in a little bit more shadow right there. Now it hides it. Come back in here, dab in our little bits like we're really smashing off the wave. We can come in here, add little different things just by bouncing them in. And they create all these cool little things, almost like a little firework, right? Come back, you can mix them up to your desire. Very lightly, maybe not even touch some of them. Have little bits, little things of water flying off. Just like that. Fantastic. Okay, let's come in, we'll add in our rock. We don't even need a palette knife for this guy. And just add him in like this. Just so we get the water bouncing off of something. And it's gotta be very dark, right? We're using gray and dark in here. So whatever we have, it's gotta be like straight black, and it has to be thick enough to stand out against that lighter gray color. See what I mean? Now there's a definite thing in here, and all that liquid white wants to blend in with it. So don't allow it to blend. Okay, we do need our palette knife for this though. I'm gonna take and let's add a little bit of our, I guess we could use brown. Come down here, mix it up, not too much though, we don't need it to be very bright. And we'll just come in and just kind of drop in a bit on the front over here. You gotta have some part of it in the shadow, right? All this shadow of all this water can't reach through. Maybe it's over there. Or maybe we have another little tiny top section. Right? The whole thing's sort of lit up. Bam! Just like that. Cool little piece. Almost looks like a mouth or a head. If we did this, we get that little bit of darkness in there and then connected these. Oh, it's starting to turn into a little skull, you guys. It's starting to turn into a little skull. Drop down some thing here. It's got a little face. Bam. You can even accentuate that by covering what is not needed and only allowing the skull highlights to be shown. Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Look at that little guy right there.
I can't throw him back.
Look at my little skull rock. Woo! So cute. Super cute little skull. Little bit over there. Boom. But he's got a definite little skull mouth in here. That is really cool. Put a little bit of line on the side, almost like he's yelling. So, hey guys, Steve, Alan, Steve. Almost like a little tunnel inside of his mouth right here. Something's living in there. I don't want to know what it is. Boom. Little opening into the rock where something lives, right? Always got to hide something funny in there. Something cool. Okay, let's see if we can't get our water line again. Come back. This already has the liquid white in it, so it's very wet and messy. And why don't we come in here, feed it into our wave, right? Starting to go in. But let's break, and we'll come out here, kind of feed in the next piece, pull it around, mush it, and pull it back, right, as it's coming down. Now, very lightly, we can take our fan brush, You know what? We could even get another little bit of shininess if we just pull down just slightly. What's up, Mama?
Your daughter's here to say hello.
Oh, hey, Bailey. Say hello, Bailey.
Hi.
Bailey in the house.
Bailey's
I'm for you,
here.
photo.
What'd you say? The UFO?
Yeah.
Thank you, my love. And what about my little skull rock right here? He looks like a little skull with a little teeny tiny door in his mouth.
Oh, I see it.
All right, let's take a little bit more of that liquid white. Come in here and start to just slide it up, just giving our wave just a few little bits of highlights and veins as it starts to pull up. Remember, we got to have some shadow, so we're not going to do it everywhere. And it's going to pull up and change and do all sorts of wigglies.
Jonathan evilly says lobsters live in there. Rock lobsters.
Rock lobster. The rock lobster. That's a very cool wave. Okay, now, just so everything's nice and the same consistency.
The time is 10:55.
Oh, excellent. We're going to swipe it up a little bit, swipe it off, make it a little bit softer, right? Josh is kind of in between, I was just going to say in between hard and soft.
You just
That's funny.
sold some things.
I just sold some things. What
You
I sell?
did. You sold.
What sell? I'm trying to get a little bit of this yellow.
You sold a hat and 2 mugs.
A hat and 2 mugs?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Right on. Thank you. Who bought those? I have to say thank you.
And they are a brand new watcher.
Brand new watcher, and they purchased on their first video watching. You guys are amazing, whoever you are.
They sure did. Their name is Larry Rowe and Lula Rowe.
Oh, I know Lula Rowe. I know that name. That's Lou Rowe. It's weird.
No, Lula Rowe. Look.
Oh heck yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys.
But they are also watching you currently live on
Hey,
YouTube.
hey. Oh, over on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for buying things. Thank you.
Yes, thank you massively. Let's get a little, see if we can't do a little bit of this crimson up in here too. Just to have it blend into some kind of weird color. As we pull it down, we pull it up. We're trying to, right, the eye of the wave, you can't have it just be bright throughout your whole wave. Right? Otherwise, there's no transparency to the eye. There we go. Pulling it back, leaving these little bits. Maybe it's a bit of coral in there. Some sort of something. There we go. Now we'll come back with that kind of phthalo greeny color. And just blend that up into there, give that little bit of darkness. Now, as we come down, we're going to grab a dry brush, grab some of these guys, and start pulling them down. Just like that. Little thingies. Little things. Don't even need a whole lot of paint. They don't all have to come down the same way or anything, but you want the ones over here, if you do them, to be longer. All right, so if we come over, get a little bit on our brush, coming up, and then these guys start to really come down long because they're a much longer bit of a wave. See what I mean? And then you can take them and make them as light as you possibly want. Remember, these guys got to be long on the side, shorter over here, because the wave is curling up, and all sorts. Little veins, little things. You can even do them from the bottom. Right, see we got a little bit of water coming in, and it starts to climb up. Right, all it is, those little veins are just like bits of foamy water that are rotated over and blasted and spun and twisted and all sorts of stuff. So it's almost like making tree branches or lightning, same kind of thing. This guy, and if they're ever too bright, especially up here, it's very cool if you can get just a little difference to come in there. Right across the transparency, where you see a couple of them. That's all you really need. And remember, what does Josh like to do? We like to go back and make them soft. So follow the direction of the wave and use a clean, dry brush. Not a brush with a bunch of paint on it.
What?
There we go.
We don't paint with brushes with paint on it?
Bam. Right there. Pull it back. Make it soft, very lightly. Holy cow.
Roberta Harris said first time doing shag style cakes Turned out really good,
cakes?
kind of tie-dye looking shag. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Roberta, but it sounds wonderful, and I would like to ship me a box.
Yeah, whatever it is sounds tasty.
She said cakes. She said you should like hit on all the key words.
Yeah, if you say cakes, we're down.
Yep, always.
There we go. Just a little bit of our water, and you can see, look at all this bit. We can now play with all of this, and as long as we stay on top of it and float up, right, following those angles of our wave, floating up. Look at that. We can even pull in a bit of foam just by using it like we're doing a reverse mountain. Just in there like that.
Did you just say reverse mountain?
Yeah, doing an upside down
I'm
mountain.
totally putting this shirt on.
Yeah.
We should auction this off. You should spit on it.
Spit on it. Just dragging it off to the side. Get this messy
This shirt is a mess.
That shirt is a mess, yes.
It is a mess. What
There's
have you done?
lots of,
Yeah, please do, Roberta.
there we go. There's lots of stuff on that shirt. Lots of paint mess. There we go. Cool bit of water kind of coming down. We need to sort of shape this guy.
I gotta be honest, the people's is loving the UFOs, babe.
Thanks. I'm glad we did one. And it's only because I saw it in this one. Just with the cloud that we did off in the back. You know what I mean? That's all we did. See it, paint it. Very soft. Again, 3 hairs and some air. Same direction that we swiped it, just to soften it up a bit. Just like that. And the whole wave and water's coming up, crashing over, rolling over. These guys even need to go a little bit straighter back before they go up. There we go. That is the ticket. See, it's almost like you drop a ball. So you're to drop a ball right here. And it goes drop, zzz, and then it rolls up, right? So you have to think about that when you're doing it. And that should keep your angles just right. Okay, a little bit of liquid white. We're gonna come down, make our little bit of messy top to our water. Off to the distance. And who knows, let's pull a couple down from the top like that. Just little wiggles.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Little wiggles. Right? Very small touch though, because I don't want.
Don't jiggle, jiggle.
I don't want it to be too big, and we do need a little bit of dark spots back in here. So it's becoming too bright back there. So just put in a little bit of the darkness, pull it back, same angles. Try not to touch the tip top of the wave anymore. And all it is just a dark smudge in there, right? It just provides a little bit of shadow, a little bit of something. The UFO looks amazing. The water, the sandy beach.
Tina Johns is here. She says, first live, thank you.
Hey, no worries. Thank you for tuning in.
Without customers, you have no business.
Right. I say it all the time, guys. Without you guys, there is no me. I would not be up here. We wouldn't be painting. We wouldn't do anything.
You would. I'd just have to sit in another room and watch a video from my Facebook page. Like I did in the beginning. Do you remember that?
Oh, from downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, Josh would paint, and I would be the only one that tuned in.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
And I would sit either on the stairs at my dad's house, or wherever we were, and I would sit there and be like, this is cool.
Yeah.
No one else is coming back.
Yeah. Like, should we just turn it off? No one else is here.
And we didn't, did we?
No, we kept putting them out to nobody until people started finally watching. And like, thank you for finally watching.
I mean, I feel like that's the same with a lot of people. Anyone who's trying to make it big on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, you know, they obviously start with no one.
Right.
You know, they create their page. They have no one there. You know, they do something. They get a couple of people, you know, whatever. But it's just fascinating to think that everybody comes from that, but nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about sitting there and just feeling so totally
yeah, just why am I doing
tuned
this?
in.
Why am I even doing it if no one's watching? You know what I mean? And what keeps me doing it that no one's watching and it's just a mess? I don't want to have that much back there. Let's start in the middle, actually. Just a little bit of brightness on top of the waves.
Remember, guys, there are ways that are free to support the channel. You can like, comment, share, press those emojis. Tell Facebook that the video's cool.
Absolutely. Every time you smash those emoji buttons, it just tells Facebook whatever we're doing over here. A lot of people are watching. A lot of people are liking, and so they're going to show it to more people. And then we get new fans, like all the new people that came today. Might have come because somebody's smashing the like button so many times. Facebook was like, man, something's crazy's going on over here. Let's go check it out. And they send more people. There we go. And a little bit over the top. This is why yours will be different than mine, right? Just make it a mess.
So right now
Make it messy.
Right now there's 30 people watching on Facebook.
Hey, thank you guys.
That means that since you started going live, you are now 30 times better.
Right.
Than you were in the beginning.
Yeah. That's a good stat to have.
Because I was the one.
Right.
Said a little I, and there was a number one, and it was me. And now there's, now there's 25, because you're only 25 times better.
Okay.
You were doing much better
there was
2 minutes ago.
Speaking of, I was looking at a stat on Facebook. If we could get 50 people talking all at once in the chat, you get like a star, whatever. It's like, oh, here's a goal, have 50 people. And we've had 46 going at the same time, all chatting on Facebook. So we were 4 people away. So everybody, comment right now, all at the same time. What time is it where you are? Exactly what time it is. Everyone comment. And if we can get 50 people to all comment, within, all be interactive, then we'll achieve this made up goal.
There's 28 people in it right now. So please press that share button. Send it out. Maybe Grandma will join us for a conversation.
Yeah, right. Or maybe it keeps track from earlier. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but in order to have 50 do something, they must be in the room at the same time. So 22 people aren't going to be able to carry it out.
Right.
They don't like it when we talk about them doing stuff. They leave. Talk about you doing stuff.
There we go. Right on top of this little skull rock. I love it. Love that guy. All right, well, the sky is sort of missing some stars, so.
And some glitter.
And some glitter for sure. Just gonna pop in very lightly, a couple little stars, just with liquid white. And then we'll decide if we want to add any that are shooting stars and stuff. But if you try to go too slow, you end up not doing, they look like they're planned too much.
And the greatest thing, to be honest, is when you start talking about the time zones that you're in, people go, oh my goodness, you're in this place too?
Yeah,
Whereabouts are you?
You live here with me? That's awesome.
Like right now, we've got 3 people referencing the same time. I know 2 of them are in Florida, but I have no idea where the 3rd one is.
Oh, nice.
But they're all in the same time zone, so they've all got to be in the same area.
Yeah, right. What's your
East
zip?
Coast. The East Coast. No, do not type your zip code in. Ignore my husband.
There we go. Just be random. Stay away from our UFO, right? Don't want to take away too much from the fact that it is UFO lights, right? We don't want to have too many of these bright white lights. But also, we want to give the effect that it might not be a UFO, and you might just be going crazy looking at it. Because those are just stars, right?
Yes. Lou Rowe on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She bought 2 American flag tin tops, I think. Lou, L-U and then R-O-W-E. I think she literally, or if it's he, I think it's a pair. You know what I mean? Like a joint Facebook. Let's see. But I mean like a joint Facebook page.
Oh.
And whoever shared, they share almost all the stuff all the time. I love it. Soft little shooting star off in the distance. Just like that. Only on your biggest stars that you push in too hard and you make too much of a mess. Like that one we're going to have to fix now. Right? Just little touches and whatever you come up with happens. The cool little thing.
Oh yeah. 2 shirts. Got it.
Thank you again for those mug purchases. I can't wait. I got one of our mugs a long time ago. That was the Davy Jones one.
Yeah, we
and it's such a good quality mug. It's so
yeah, but we
fantastic.
do not own any. I paint with Josh and I know things.
That's true. We don't own any of the new mugs yet. But they are super good quality and they're dishwasher and microwave safe. So don't worry about the
Everything,
labels coming off.
everything that our drop printer prints is phenomenal quality.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I've never seen it. I mean, that canvas print blew my mind away. I literally thought that John Krasniak had sent it back to you.
Right. I sent London a picture. She's like, is that an old picture from when you just painted it? And I was like, no, that's the print.
And I was like, no, it's not the print. And I came home and I was like, oh my goodness, like, you wouldn't even know if it was hanging on your wall. You would have absolutely no idea that it wasn't a painting if you didn't touch it.
Right. Well, it's actually, I think, better quality because it's thicker. They use the big, thick frames.
They do have a
so it's
canvas.
a good inch long.
But like the coloring is perfect. Even just hanging on the wall, like it looks like it's in place.
Right. Yeah, it's fantastic. And like the detail, even of like the one white bit of paint that got, as it was getting sucked up like that. You know what I mean, right there, or down in here, the ones that are falling and smashing onto the ground. It's really fantastic. It's such a great gift for Father's Day or 4th of July holiday. Let's back these out real quick. Such a fantastic gift. So
Pablo Sanchez Molina says greetings from Costa Rica.
Hey, from Costa Rica.
Following immediately that, Mark Anderson said, Northern Ireland fan club here, all one of us. So,
one of us.
So there we go. We've got
That's
the
funny.
Northern Ireland fan club, and
Yep.
we've also got the Costa Rican fan club.
And the Israeli fan club.
Accurate, yes, man.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. We've had a few people, and Australia. Bangara AG, he's from Australia. We've had a few people from Australia and New Zealand say that they watch quite religiously. There we go. All right, I could sit here and mess with this thing all day, but now we need to sign it. We need to put the family in. And then
yes, Gina, you should.
we could go
Gina
into...
just said, should I get a Paint with Josh shirt to go paint with Steve Ross in a few weeks?
Oh my, Gina, you should. I'm over here like we're still zoomed in. That would be so great. It would be so great. The big one, like this one though. Like the one that's all, giant Paint with Josh. Like, so it's just Paint with Josh in everyone's face. And I love Steve and Bram and stuff. I think Bram would think that would be funny. If someone came in a Paint with Josh shirt.
Bram would be like, you too, huh?
Yeah, right? Oh, he got you, huh? Oh, that's funny. All right, let's put in a little signature over here.
Yeah, no palm tree, Karen. Sorry.
Yep, London makes the rules on this one. No palm tree. I changed my mind. So this isn't...
that spinny noise. There's no palm tree. It even landed on rock when I...
Oh, really?
Spinning through the app.
It's just a little baby rock.
But I was trying to make the noise, remember? So I kept spinning the wheel. Then I had to go search for the actual sound effect. How sad.
There we go. That's funny. All right. Where's the family going to go? Somewhere flying off. There's so many stars in the sky, we can't put the family in now. They're over here. They're like, oh, I see that UFO. I'm out of here. Get out of town. Boop, boop. There we go. See, it's like they were flying this way, and then we made a turn. And then we're going here, and they was like, nope, let's go away from that UFO. All right. This turn turned out great. And I'm sorry that the Facebook event says raffle. I literally copied the one from last week. I wasn't even going to make an event, but then the video wouldn't have anywhere to be. You know what I mean? And I'd have a Sunday Seascapes, but it wouldn't be an event, and so I had to make it real quick last night.
I could give away a pair of your socks if we're going to do a raffle.
But it would, yeah, well, thank you for saying that, because I had totally forgotten why I'd said, until you said raffle. Because when I copied it, it still said, season 2, episode 11, something raffle. And, yeah, so it was funny. So yeah, there's no raffle if you're waiting for a raffle.
There's no raffle.
There's no raffle
But
today.
if you would like a pair of Josh's socks, they are washed. And they are $500 a ticket. So
$500 a ticket for... They're not even Paint with Josh socks. They're just regular old socks. Mm.
No, not those rubbish ones. The ones with the Puma written all over them.
Oh, yeah. Those are good
Cool
ones.
socks. Yeah,
I like
cool
those.
socks.
Those Puma socks, they're really nice. Really nice. All right, let's wash these off. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. And
Karen says, what price would this one be?
so this is an 18... You're lucky because we're doing 40% off.
I thought we were only doing 20% off.
I changed it because we weren't getting any action. And so as a thank you to everybody that supported me at the 50% off, we did it at 40% off. And then it'll drop to like 30% off next week. And then I think for 4th of July again, it's 50% off on the canvases. So this one, I think we listed for $276 at 40% off is, I don't even know, but it's about that. Is like
176.
Yeah, so about 176, 175, 176, whatever Etsy says it is when I list it at 276 with 40% off. That'll be the price.
It'd be 170.
So if we want to start a bidding war, then we can start the bidding war at 170 and go from there. While we just clean these brushes off. But we want to thank you for tuning in and watching. And if you want this one, you better be the first one in the store. It's going to be, I'm literally going to take the picture and I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to list it first before I post it, before I put it on Instagram, before I do anything. I'm going to list it in the store.
And if you're interested in finding where you can get Josh's, the ones that he posts, like right now, if you head to paintwithjosh.etsy.com and you look at the top 4 or 5 items, it says recent items. They're the items that he has listed most recently. So once he paints this, it'll appear in the first box.
And what I do sometimes, even when I'm trying to search through my own store, there's a little search box at the top. And if I know it's an 18 by 24 like this one, I'll type in 18 and that'll bring up all of my 18 by 24s. Or I type in 16, it'll bring up all my 16 by 20s because they're labeled, 16 by 20 inch original oil painting, paint, whichever, whatever the name is, blah, blah, blah. And that way it's easy for me to find when I go back and look. But they do have, when I look at it on my phone, are you looking at it on a desktop, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I look at it on my phone, there's little things at the top, but it's hard. Looking at a desktop is definitely better.
That's true.
You get to see it more. Little things. Sometimes there's like videos of different things you can see too if you're looking at it on a desktop versus a phone. So that's so cool. Somebody bought a couple paint with You'll have to take a picture of those mugs. They look so great, and I know just based off the one that we got like 2 years ago with the Davy Jones thing, it's going to be so amazing. It'll be so amazing. So amazing. All right, one more brush. No? Did we clean this one? We don't even know what's happening. So what are we going to do today, babe?
I have numerous things I have to do today. I'm working on big magic.
Big
magic to overtake the world.
Big, man. Like, it's so big we can't even tell you guys about it yet.
Yeah, that's how big it is.
And it's, like, she's not even joking. It is literally...
Pinky and the brain.
Pinky in the brain.
Oh, what are we gonna do today, Pinky?
I'm definitely Pinky, and you're the brain, for sure.
I find that hilarious after 12 years that you've just come to that conclusion. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
I've always known that.
No.
All right.
Horrible.
Let's see.
Actually correct, not horrible. You made 500 stars today.
Holy cow, guys. Thank you for that. It all goes towards buying new canvases and new easels and new brushes and paints and all the stuff that we use to bring you free videos. So thank you for the stars. Thank you for the support in the store. Thank you for your orders and all the prints. Thank you for sharing. You don't have to spend money to support us. You could share the videos. You could send them to your grandma. Tell them, babe. Tell them. What's up?
Now that I'm reading
I thought you were just starting a sentence. I'm like, tell him, babe. Tell him how it is.
Tony Skinner is watching from England.
Hey, we love the UK. London's from Surrey.
Yeah. There's a ton of stuff you can do that costs absolutely no money. For example, if you want to go to paintwithjosh.etsy.com, copy that link, and then just send it to your friends.
Yeah,
fantastic.
This guy makes cool stuff.
Yeah, any way to get eyeballs on Josh's paintings has nothing to do with how much you can or can't afford. You don't need to do any of that. There'll still be free videos. And obviously with you smashing the emojis, that tells Facebook to send more people our way, which in turn costs you nothing.
Yeah,
so
and they could turn into star senders or purchasers.
Yeah.
Just like all the recent people that have purchased.
Yeah, you don't have to send money. You literally can do numerous things for free.
Yeah, so, and speaking of, that we should mention the people that did spend money, like Michelle Rose and Richard Barth and Shane Peer, Lou Rowe, I forget the guy's name who bought the thing, who sent us that awesome picture. Gary, maybe his name is Gary. I can't remember. all these purchases, guys, and all those people, thank you for supporting. And I figured we'd mention you on the lives and mention you in the videos, because without your purchases, some of these videos literally can't happen because I don't have any more canvases, or I need to get new liquid white or new liquid clear because we've run out of them because we paint so much, right? So thank you to everybody we mentioned. Anybody I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, I have the worst memory. I literally do. Mm-hmm. London knows it is a daily battle with my memory. So thank you to everybody who's ever purchased anything, and your support and the stars and the love and the likes and all the stuff. And until we see you, we have a brand new video coming out on Wednesday. And then, what's up, baby? I got it right here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We have a brand new video coming out on Wednesday, and Friday again will be dark. Hey, with all pillows, home decor.
Enough of looking at you.
So
I was like, how to fill full screen.
Yes, without seeing Josh's face. Can you see me from here?
No, 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 no.
I'm like jumping around.
No.
So until we see you Wednesday, we'll be dark again on Friday.
Hey, look at my nails done.
Oh, they're so pretty too. Look at these colors. It's fantastic. Show the YouTube camera so you can see. It's fantastic. Look at mine. They're not colored at all. It was so funny though. I was sitting there, and me and London were having like secret text conversations about.
Every time he coughed, I thought he was trying to get my
right.
attention.
I would be like, like just making dad noises. Like, just funny things. Oh yeah, the beanie. Here, let me see that real quick. See if I can. If it'll go on my head. Oh, don, 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 don.
Da, 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 da.
It's such cool. Like they're such good quality too. I can't wait till it gets
cold.
cold and we can wear them.
I put it on and I was like, how's it look? And Josh was like, how's it feel? And I was like, I'm sweating.
Yeah, right. It's nice and warm though.
Yep.
For all you people who are still winter, Paint with Josh beanies available.
Yep.
So, and they'll, you can even. This is how we paint blindfolded from now on.
That's
We'll
what
just roll them down.
That's what we're gonna do next time. You can write Elsa. And
yes.
We'll tell Moose that it was his name.
Oh,
That we did to pull Roberta.
that's funny. So yeah, I'll go list this in the store, and then I'll make the post and put it out. And if you want to purchase it, then by all means, be the first one there because it'll probably go fast. So, what are you doing?
I'll paint it with Josh's sticker.
Oh yeah, Paint with Josh stickers. We need to get some more of those too. See, guys, we're running out of stuff. Every time you guys buy a painting, I send you little stickers inside the box. Different little things, and it just helps. And I need your help to help get these little promotional items and stuff.
Hilarious.
So
I can pretend to fake smack you in the head with the iPad case. That's great.
and then I fall over.
It was thoroughly amusing.
But yeah, so all your support goes towards buying promotional items and different things and different stuff. And London's reaching for the duffel bag, anything big to block me out of the screen.
I was just gonna put anything that says "Paint with Josh" on it. In front of the camera.
So yeah, until we see you eventually when Friday Night Freestyle comes back for season 2, and one more week of Sunday Seascapes, and then we'll be on vacation. Yep.
You are going on vacation.
Yeah.
Literal vacation.
Yeah, like we're actually going out of town. I may bring...
I'm not. I might just come up here and do sneaky little videos
nice.
with you guys with pencil drawings.
That'd be cool. London's wicked.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
you
not.
did
Shut
that
up.
thing of me and Bailey, that from that one picture. I could not do that with pencil. That was awesome.
That
She did it on a canvas. It was awesome.
That pencil drawing was so bad that if someone was like, "Oh, what does this represent?" You'd be like, "Oh, the genetic DNA description between two people," and they'd be like, "What two people?" Because these two people look nothing alike. The pencil drawing was not that good.
It was pretty
How cold
good.
does it get in Vegas? Jonathan Evely says.
How cold does it get?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can get in the wintertime in like January to 30, just almost above freezing. Doesn't like it snowed. It snows every 12 years, like once every 12 years.
It snows every year on the mountains.
Well, on the mountains, yeah. You can drive an hour north of Vegas and be at some really great skiing spots and fun little places to go explore in the snow and stuff.
Gina wants to know what she's supposed to do on a Sunday if you don't do lives.
You'll just have to rewatch this live.
You know what you're going to have to do, Gina? You're going to have to go, you're going to have to buy a canvas, put the canvas up, and then talk to you as if you were Josh talking to you to paint it.
Yeah,
Put one of
that's
his tutorials on and be like, come on, Gina, you can do it. Just scribble, do cursive, in the clouds, in the mountains.
And if you could film it and make your own tutorials and then send me like 10 seconds of everybody painting, I could make this giant whole long thing of everybody doing like 10 seconds worth of
It would
painting.
be amazing.
But if you're gonna do it, make sure you hold your phone like this and do it. Okay, I don't like vertical videos. Don't go like this and film
sucks.
sideways, and that way it fills up the whole screen like a TV, right?
Anyway, thanks very much
Yeah.
for watching. We really appreciate you tuning in.
Until we see you guys on Wednesday or Friday whenever it comes back, or next Sunday, or not at all, or 5 seconds from now when the video restarts and we just pop back onto your screen. What?
I don't even think I can read this out. Michelle Rose just said, I will have to bathe alone.
Bathe alone.
She watches you in the bath on a Sunday morning.
Oh, right. There's no. Yeah, it'll be a boring bath.
Yeah.
Need to be in and out. But yeah, until we see you Wednesday or Friday or Sunday or 5 seconds from now when the video restarts, you guys take care. Have the rest of a good day, and pow! It's over. Sunday seascapes. Boom. You guys got to see the bloopers on this video on Wednesday. I'm telling you.